What's up, everybody? This is the Game Talk with Ty podcast. Welcome, where insight meets passion. I'm your host, Ty, sitting alongside with my co-host, Shad, as always. How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling good. Everything's good. We finally got Lamar back. So I'm happy. 28 to
Yeah.
6. But baby steps. I see a lot of the Ravens fans going a little overboard because Lamar back, talking Super Bowl again. But I feel like, just take it game by game. But I'm
Game.
feeling good. I see the slow downfall of the Cowboys. All day. But with all that deck talk now, Nick, with all that deck talk. But I digress.
Nah, but we coming at you. We coming at you each episode, as always, breaking down the biggest stories, topics, stats, strategy, whatever's going around the sports world. We here to talk about it. We here to
Yes,
break
sir.
it down. We here to give you that energy, that passion, that real fandom, and just bringing it to life with this podcast. So, with that being said, let's get started. Let's get into this week's episode. Now, naturally, we usually start with football, but I feel like we want to switch up a little bit this week. We're gonna start with basketball. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
start on the basketball side because there's just I don't know. Start of the season, there's just so many topics to talk about. But nah, we gotta start the show off with that with the John Morant situation in Memphis, man. I feel like there's so much drama going on over there. I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't even
what
know where to start.
didn't it come out of nowhere? It
I
literally
mean,
came out of nowhere.
I ain't gonna say it came out of nowhere. You kind of saw the seeds being planted last year when he was
Mhm.
having trouble with the coach. And he ultimately ended up getting Taylor Jenkins fired.
Oh,
Talking
I
about
didn't know
this,
that.
the new offensive system didn't fit his game
Uh-huh.
and the way he liked to play. So you kind of see the seeds starting to be planted. But what's your take? What's your honest opinion? Because it seems like now we get into a situation to where they're talking about trading him, and I don't understand it.
My honest opinion is, Ja, you still run point. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time. I would still try to do my own thing anyway. Forget what the coach just called. I would pull a Dan Marino in the NBA. Yeah, we heard. Yeah, I heard it. All right, forget what he just said. We running this, and that. Ja, you have that star power to where you can do that at this point. Take over. You're just bowing down to the coach when you know the superstar you're capable of being. They low key probably want you to take over like that and ignore the hell out of them. And hypothetically, you bring them success by doing that, they can't say nothing. They probably gonna listen to you by incorporating your old play style and playbook. And that's all I really got to say. It just came out of left field that John Moran is unhappy. A healthy John Moran is unhappy, rather.
Well, put it this way, right? If you take a look across the board, if you want to bring it to the statistical side of the coin and the page, one, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. Besides all the other stuff that he do off
And
the
I was just
court
talking
and
about right now.
the suspensions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm talking about in totality of how
Oh
he
no, you're
even
right.
got here,
You're right.
right?
Yeah.
So minus all the suspensions and all the stuff that he do off the court, I ain't really here to talk about that. I'm really focused on what he does on the court. If you notice, like I don't know, this year I know I seen Draymond Green kind of say it. Like if you watch Ja, like outside of maybe what the first game this year, he hasn't really looked like he wanted to be there, and that was before all the rumors started circulating. Like he's just not playing with the same passion, it's not the same energy. He's
Down.
standing around on defense, and I don't know. It's crazy because it just seems like we got here so quickly. Like I didn't think that it would have gotten here this fast. Put it like that. Like I did think he was a potential candidate to be moved. I mean, you kind of heard it over the offseason too a little bit with John Morant rumors being put in trade talks, trade conversations. Is this
Yeah.
going to be a situation? This is even after Desmond Bain got moved. Is this a potential player that you want to build your team around? And if you take a look at the statistical side, like he's a point guard that's awful when it comes to shooting. And when he does get to the rim, he's not finishing the same way that
No.
I'm used to seeing him finish. And
No.
if you see his numbers at the rim have gone down each and every year he's been in the league. So I don't know. I once thought John Morant had the potential to be the best point guard in the league. I really did. Like, and it was a archetype of point guard that I like. Oh, this is my type of point guard that I like to watch. I like to watch the super fast, athletic. I can go get a bucket. At the same time, I could set my team up, set my teammates up. I could play make. This is my archetype of point guard that I like to watch. So he's always been one of my favorite players to watch. One of the most exciting players in the league. So I'm just curious to see what happens going forward in Memphis. Like, I don't know. I don't even know where you go from here because I've seen reports today where it came out that John Morant isn't even being looked at by other teams. So even if Memphis did want to trade him, it doesn't even seem like other teams are interested.
And that brings
And
me
that brings me to my next question.
because I actually had a
Go
question for you.
ahead.
What you just
Go ahead.
said,
Go ahead.
no other teams is looking at him. And the NBA trying to punish him just as much as the NFL trying to punish Shador. What if they're not giving him, the privilege to take over and everything because of
You know,
and it's a parade inside
it's
my
crazy.
city. You know what I mean? Like, what if this is
You
all
know,
still punishment and they're not giving him the pull he wants because no, you still on punishment. You need to learn your goddamn lessons. When you saw that little ass
it's
guns, two
crazy.
little ass guns. You first of all, you got too much money to have them little ass guns. That's one. For all the
The
but I
grenade, the grenade celebration.
yes,
The grenade.
you going to take the grenade and it just has to be a weapon. It gotta be a weapon. Like you can't hit the too
Listen,
small, you can't hit the baby like Russ. It gotta be a weapon.
he do
It was like,
he hit
doof,
the too small.
doof, doof, doof. I was like, all right, John, come on. The sniper? See,
Nah, I feel like I don't know, 'cause, you know, like I said, it's just crazy how we got here. You know,
yeah,
go back in the past. What 2, 3 years before all
mhm,
this stuff started to happen?
yeah,
You really could be. You really looked at Ja. He was like, okay, that's the potential number 1 guard in the league. Like that's the
yeah.
potential face of the league, right? Like he had the potential to carry the league. Like he still think about it. He got all this trouble off the court, and he probably got the best Nike shoe right now. Honestly, looks wise, he probably got the best basketball shoe out right now. So
Everybody is
it's
talking
like,
about Jaws and the Shays. I don't hear no other shoe. The Jaws Moran shoe and the Shay shoe. They're
well,
the two hottest shoes right now.
and Edwards shoe probably
And
number
two,
3.
but
And Edwards
they
is probably
they
number
they're
3.
waiting on his low tops because I heard a lot of people not messing with the twos as much as the ones. They said the twos is
Yeah, the
but they're
ones was
okay.
fire. The
They still look
twos
decent
is
to
like,
me. I'll still rock them. But as far as compared to his ones, yeah. But yeah, you're right. Those three, they
I
got
don't
the
I don't know I don't know how I feel about Shay's shoe, right? I'm kind of in between
you
on
gotta
that.
see different colorways.
I sometimes
Look up the all black ones whenever you see them in person. I swear to God, I'm like, damn, these shits is sexy. It look like Mercedes on your feet. That's what it look like. You got you got AMGs on your feet. That's what the shades look like.
now you probably right about that. It's just I don't know that first colorway that initially that color specifically
Yeah.
I
Well,
wasn't
the
rocking with. So
the hot
they probably do
yellow,
got to release more color.
the turd light brown. Nobody wanted that.
That the hot mustard colorway.
Yeah, nobody wanted them.
But
But
no, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, think about all the things like we saying. I don't even want to say he's regressing as a player. I don't know if it's decline. I just don't know if he wants to, if the Memphis situation, he technically like wants to beat her. Like, and it's been the most evident this year. You know what I mean? Like, I've like defensive wise, offensive wise, you just go through moments in the game where he'll run to the corner on offense and let the offense run without him. On defense, he'll stand around. And it's like the low effort, the low energy is what's throwing me off with Job. But I don't know.
yeah,
We'll see. But that brings me to my question. Because he's still, like I said, he's still a marketable player. Like,
definitely,
obviously, Nike still rock with him. Nike gave him, he probably what, I don't know the numbers, official numbers, but I'm sure John Morant got the top shoe in the league right now. 'Cause everybody's talking about the John Morant threes.
yeah,
But I don't know. It's just tough to see him at this place right now because in my heart of hearts, him being one of my favorite players to watch, I still think he's a solid player and I still think he's a good player.
definitely,
I just don't know what's going on with him, going on with that Memphis situation. And to me, it kind of tells me something happened behind the scenes that we just not privy to. That
definitely.
that the public's not privy to. Because if you heard him the other day with the reporter and blatantly said, when the reporter said, "Are you like happy here? Do you have your joy here?"
He
He
needs to
said,
ask
"No."
the coaching staff.
I mean, we'll see moving forward. We'll see, we'll see. But that
Yeah.
brings me to my next question. I mean, if he is traded, if he is moved, where would you want to see him?
To be honest, two teams actually come to mind. Since the New York Knicks fumbled the bag on
Which
Giannis,
two?
since the New York Knicks, they fumbled the bag on
No,
Giannis,
no, no, no,
I will put far as
no. They got
box
Jalen Brunson.
office, big city, box office, and you don't necessarily have to play the point guard. I'll put Ja at the shooting guard, and he won't even be a shooting guard. You'll just be our
He
shooting
can't
guard
shoot.
slash flat.
He
He
can't
not
shoot
gonna play.
though.
He not gonna play the shooting guard. That's what I'm saying. Yo, you know the system or playbook they can get around John Morant if Brunson is still there. Come on now. I don't think they would trade Brunson
It's
for
not
Ja.
gonna
I
work.
would I would you ask me my two teams. I'm gonna give you my two teams. I don't think it's gonna work either. But I would see him in New York in a big city like that, or low key.
So you just want the box office. You just want the box office appeal.
Box office should be where box office deserves to be, and that's the Big Apple. If somehow they could get John Morant
Fair
and they
enough.
find out
Fair
the
enough.
Knicks have more than enough money to do it too. That's another thing people not realizing. The Knicks is holding right now unexpectedly because they had plans to do things, but they ain't. But the other team for some discipline, I send Ja to the Heat. I send Ja to the Heat for discipline.
I mean,
Riley gonna be like, listen, it's a different ball game here. Yeah, this still my city. Ain't no parade inside this city yet.
you know,
Get on the line.
it's kind of an interest. It's kind of an interesting situation, right? Because in my heart of hearts, right, as me being a Heat fan, I
Uh-huh.
would love to see him in South Beach. I really would. But we're running a version. We're running a version of an offense that he doesn't fit. The very same offense we're running this year is the same offense he criticized last year for not fitting how he wants to play. Like we don't
And
set
let's
ball
and let's be
screens.
real quick. We know what the offense
We
is.
play fast.
Get out the way and give me the ball.
What happened?
Do you know what the offense is? Get out the
But
way,
nah, that's
give me
not
the ball. That's what I've been seeing.
that's not how we play.
Feel like I'm watching the Lakers back in back in.
That's not how we. That's not how. No, 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 no. We prioritize a lot of off ball movement. We swing the rock. It's a lot of cutting. It's a lot of understanding space. It's a lot of attacking when you have the
John
lane.
Morant
It's a
coming,
lot of
and we
kicking
and
out to
we
three
traded
point
John
shooters.
Morant. You wouldn't switch it, develop a new playbook. Would you take John Morant
I
basically
it's
as a Miami
crazy.
Heat fan?
You asked me this 2 years ago, wholeheartedly. Would have signed off with it myself. Probably would have went to
Dang,
Memphis and flew with him to South Beach. What changed is I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Listen. I
because he's
know
still
how
clutch
special
now.
Ja
In
can
clutch
be.
moments,
I
he's
know the
clutch.
type of potential. That shooting, bro, that shooting is scaring me. And he's not a great defender. And I kind of like what we got. Like
But you would
we
have
already
people
got a
around
bad
him,
defender in Tyler Hero. I mean,
shooters. He would have a great supporting cast around him to the point where he really don't have to. Bam out of bio, I'll
I like
trust get a
no.
3-point rub before him.
I
That's what I
like
mean.
I like no. Well, for me personally, but I like my players to play just how I play, right? So when I play basketball, I care about defense. So I don't like having weak links on defense. I know it's hard to field five good defenders on the floor at the same time. I understand that. Not everybody in the NBA can be a plus defender. I'm not saying be a cone. And sometimes I feel like John Morant is a cone on defense. Like one of the worst defenders in the league. And he's not overly big. And sometimes his athleticism don't make up for what he lacks on the defensive end. So that's
Okay.
really my issues with it. So would I want to see him in South Beach? Not necessarily. I'll be honest with you, not now. I just don't think it fits, especially with the play style, this new offense that we got going. It don't fit anymore. He don't fit in South Beach anymore. Like if we were still playing that slow, methodical pace that we were playing last year, sure, I'd take it just for the excitement factor. But we don't really run pick and rolls, what he likes to operate out of. We're not really giving him the ball and say, get out the way. That's not how the offense is flowing this year, which is helping our players play better. And that's what I want. Is efficiency of offense. So
Mhm.
would I want to see him in Miami right now? No, no, I don't think he fits. Now a team that I think he could go to, that could be a little exciting. He can go to the Bucks. I like to see him up there with Giannis. You know, like I'm not even joking when I say that. I really would like to see him with Giannis. I think it'll be a very interesting pairing. Though, again, his shooting,
There would be
I
no
don't.
shooting
His shooting has been so
incorporated in
bad this
Milwaukee.
year.
There would be no shooting in Milwaukee at all.
I don't, man. I don't know. It'd be Brick City clinging. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's a good spot. What's a good role for him? Because I've heard people say Houston. I don't like that fit either.
No,
Because
hell
then that
no.
takes the ball
Bye.
away from.
Nope. Nope.
That takes the
Stay
ball
away from
away.
KD.
That takes the what? That's what happened.
I said, nope, stay away from KD. No, nah, I'm good. I'm good. We got something good cooking right now. I'm
That
good.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It takes the ball out of Ben Thompson's hands, and we know how well he's been playing this year. So
Yeah.
I don't have a team for him this year. I don't know where he fits. I honestly don't. And it's crazy to say that because we've gotten here. If you would have told me 2 years ago we would have been here on Ja, I'd have laughed at you. I'd have laughed. And it's so crazy how the narrative has just shifted to where even I'm saying I don't know if I want him on my team. Like I don't know where he fit. I just don't know. So it's interesting. But, that being said, we can move on. We can move on. I think we gotta get into this Lakers talk about how well they've been playing without LeBron.
I feel
I
like
think it's
Austin
been crazy
Reeves.
to see.
I feel like Austin Reeves could take over a team by himself right now.
I mean, I know there was. You know what's crazy about that?
Come on
You know what's
now.
crazy?
Uh
You know
huh.
what's crazy? I
Yeah.
don't necessarily disagree with you. I mean, they was having this conversation, I believe, on Gil's Arena, talking about the difference between uh, what a team would look like with Austin Reeves at the one, like being the number one option, and comparing it to like what happened to Jordan Poole when he went to Washington. What you think?
Yeah.
What
It
you think about
wouldn't
that?
be. It wouldn't be on a Jordan Poole level, but I feel like he's out of there next year. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like teams looking at that those couple of games, they
Would
about
you
to spin
max
the
him?
bag. They was spin the bag on him next year.
Would you max him? Because I know after this year he's eligible for a
If LeBron
super
leaves,
max.
if LeBron stays, no. If LeBron leaves, yes, because that's bread.
You
They
know,
already spent bread.
you know what's crazy about it? Because
Mm-hmm.
I also see this like circulating with the Austin Reeves discussion and talking about like, is he a better player than Tyler Hero? And to be honest with you, bro,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Austin Reeves. I don't know if it's like him being around the players that he's been around. I don't know if it's the LeBron effect, if it's the Luca effect, but like bro, I like forget the fact that he scored 50, 51. Forget the fact that he had back to back 40+ point games. That wasn't even the most impressive games to me personally, from a viewer standpoint. Like, it's the way he's impacting the game. Playmaking. Like the game where he hit the game winner in Minnesota, where
Mm-hmm.
he had 27 and 16.
Yeah.
Like, you know how hard it is to get 16 assists? And it wasn't like he was making simple reads. Like, no. He in a time that he was playing without Luka and LeBron, he made everybody play up a level. And
Yeah.
that's like a quality. That's a quality that, not your usual third option should be able to do. Like, I don't know. And he's played so well this year to where that playmaking, bro, that like just him as a playmaker. I feel like he's the Lakers have such an advantage to be able to have arguably the top the two top on ball hand like pick and roll ball handlers, decision makers in the league already, arguably, and LeBron and Luca, and then you add AR to the equation,
Mm-hmm.
like you really don't lose nothing when AR has the ball, when he's operating out of a pick and roll, when he's being decisive and making decisions. Like that's how good of a playmaker he is.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, to be honest with you, like LeBron is in a perfect situation. Think about it. He coming back. I know people want to talk about, oh, he's doing this on purpose. He's trying to prove a point. No, I actually think for the first time in his career, he's looking at two players that can handle the load and get him through the regular season to where I don't have to be LeBron. I could just sit back, be the third option, cut, facilitate when I get it, chill out, and be LeBron in the playoffs. I think this might be his best Lakers situation, just for the pure fact that he's not as relied on. This might be the best situation he's had since he's been on the Lakers. What you think about that?
I ain't gonna hold you. Even though I disagree, I see where you're coming from. But his best situation was when he had the trifecta of big men on his team during that right
Oh
before
well, yeah.
COVID really
I
hit.
mean,
When you had JaVale McGee,
yeah.
Dwight Howard, and DeMarcus Cousins, and they broke that team up right after
Anthony
they won
Davis.
that championship.
Anthony
Oh
Davis. Anthony Davis, not DeMarcus Cousins. Not DeMarcus Cousins. He got hurt. Remember, Anthony Davis.
no, no, no! Remember, he was still. You're right. And Anthony four. You're actually right. My bad. I should have named Anthony Davis first. Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, and Dwight Howard. When it was really, after a while, it was really Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard towards the finals when they played the Heat.
Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. DeMarcus
Unfortunately,
Cousins, he was still on the roster, unfortunately, but he was hurt. And I think they just let him go right before they won the chip, which sucks. But even DeMarcus Cousins was talking about it. That roster was very dominant. He said that very next year, I was 100%, but I was in either out the NBA or on another team. The Lakers should have never broke that up. Brown would have 5 by now. I ain't gonna lie. They were nice in the regular season before COVID
nah,
struck all that. They were actually nice as hell. They were scary. The Lakers look scary. Tall as
yes,
hell.
yes. You're right. They shouldn't have broke it up. Yes, you're right. That was his best team. That was his, no doubt his
Well,
best
team
team.
and situation should
As
be in the
far
same
the
field,
reason
right?
why no, it's different. It's different. Situation is just
Oh,
what you have
situation far as
around you.
him,
Team is
situation far as him
talent.
chilling. He chilling to the playoffs, and he don't got to
Yes.
be Braun
Yes, yes,
until the first
yes.
round.
I could coast. Yes, I could coast to the playoffs. Like I could really, really just coast to the playoffs. I got Luca, which is Luca's playing out his mind right now.
Well,
I
Braun
got
not going.
Luca.
Braun
I
Braun's going to average 20 if that's the case. If he coasts it, if you got
you know what's,
AR,
you know what's
because it's going
crazy?
to take his scoring average down even more if he do that.
I'm okay with it though. I'm okay with it.
But is
Like
Braun
is
okay
Brian
with it?
really serious about winning the way? That's the thing. That's the thing.
Hell
Like
no.
I
I gotta
have
get my numbers.
never.
That's Braun.
I
Nigga, I gotta get mine. He can that little step back. Yeah, nigga, I saw it. Lock it up.
no wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I ain't gonna let you put that smut on my boy's name. He gonna be comfortable. He gonna be comfortable. Listen,
What's but that little step
get
back
just
and
get
look at the ball
LeBron
and
to.
shoot it? Well, come on. And I'm mad at NBA
Uh,
players defensively for letting him get away with that because that helped them get to be the highest scorer in history. That little look at the ball. He did that shit when Kareem was in the house. Kareem was sitting there like, you motherfucker. You about to break my record and I can't do shit about it. You mother. You know Kareem was mad as hell sitting there. When they showed him, he was mad as hell sitting right there.
hey,
But I'm
fif-
saying, are you
fifty
saying he's
thousand
going to
points for a
coast and
reason.
relax and get a good 18 to
I
20 to
no.
the
Well,
playoff?
put it this way. Put it this way. I don't know how much he's gonna average because he's still LeBron, like you said. Niggas say swinging a rock. You swinging a rock. It's still Bron. Like I don't know how. I don't want to put a points per game average on it, but I'm saying it's gonna be nice in the regular season. I'm hypothetically, nights in the regular season, I'm playing Washington. I don't really gotta be Brown tonight. I got AR with me. I got Luca. Let them go handle it. I'm playing the Pelicans. I don't gotta be Brown tonight.
Hold on, hold on.
Let them
Zion, you know Zion like to
let
do
them
extra
rock.
shit when Bron in town. You know Zion like to kick up when Bron on the other side. So that game, I don't know. Bron might have to show that little nigga what's up. Cause every time Bron and Zion play, Zion like to kick it to a different gear. I don't know if niggas been peeping that. But I see what you're saying.
No, but I'm saying like
With Luka
situation.
Doncic and AR right beside you, and sadly DeAndre Ayton. What if DeAndre Ayton gave a glimpse of Anthony Davis? I would be scared of the Lakers if he gave you a glimpse of Anthony Davis, how Anthony Davis played with no injuries.
You think?
If DeAndre Ayton he got his
Well,
first
last
what,
game, last
29, what we get 29 because AR was out, Braun was out, Luca was out, JJ Redick was out. Everybody was out. That's why I was like,
I
oh,
don't
no
need.
wonder
See,
he
listen,
kicking.
I don't even need. And plus, he was playing Portland, so it's a little extra motivation for him. I don't know, maybe, but
That's like Russ.
I
That's like
don't
Russ
need.
last night
See, that's the thing, right?
when Russ dropped 20 and got I think he got like 12 rebounds, something like that. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
and you see who he was playing? The Nuggets. I told my boy, I was like, hey, I might win. But Russ got a little chip on his shoulder. But I see what you're saying and all.
Nah, yeah, like for the Lakers wise, I don't even need. I don't even need the. I don't need Aiden to be like. I don't really care about what he scores. I just really
Uh-huh.
care about the other end of
Yeah,
the floor. I
exactly.
need him to be a presence in the middle. I don't need him to play soft. I need him to be a big that I'm afraid of going to the rim. I don't need him to get the occasional pity pack block that he usually is occasionally getting. I don't need him to stand and watch other centers get rebounds. I need him to be a presence in the middle defensively. And that's the only thing I really worry about with this Lakers team. Is other than that, honestly, I ain't gonna sit here and call him a contender. I'm not going that far. But I do agree with what LeBron said. Not too many teams got three defenders that can stop all three of them. Think about it, because that's what you're going to need on a given night. If you want to throw your third best defender on Austin Reeves, that brother's capable of getting 50, and we saw it.
I feel no. I got two answers for that. The
Go ahead.
I feel like the Rockets and the Thunder. Me personally, if you look at their roster, I mean Luca's the only one that's like sadly in these years. You know what Braun could do, but Luca, he there's
Do the
times
matchup.
when
All right, hypothetically, match it up. Match it up. Match it up.
okay, Eamon Thompson, he gonna have to be on Luca. KD, you get your ass over there. You know you on Braun. You know y'all chop it up before the game. They said every time they play, they out there an hour before, dapping each other up and all that. And for AR, I would put. You know what? I would put Sengun on Luca and put Aben Thompson on AR. Because Sengun know Luca from back in the day. They used to, chop it up from time to time. And they got the slow movement type of shit. They play similar from that bag in the country how they was taught. So I would put Sengun on Luca because he not slow and he don't get tired if you've been watching the Rockets game. He really don't get tired, which is crazy. That's some overseas shit right there. I would put KD on Braun, however that matchup would go, and I will put Eamon Thompson on AR. Now for uh, the Thunder, I will put Shea on Luca. I will put
Barbecue chicken.
maybe put Shea on Luca or What's his name? Casey Wallace?
Casey Wallace.
I would put Casey Wallace on AR. Austin Reeves, for the fans who don't know his nickname. I would put Alex Caruso instead of Shea, actually. Shea, no, he just gonna play somebody else. I'm gonna put Alex Caruso on.
Okay. I mean, I ain't gonna totally disagree, but that Rock
I
is
will
one
I
that
will put
Rock
him on Bron, but that's barbecue chicken. Come on now. Yeah, you can play defense and you play very well, but it's still barbecue chicken. But can you fully say that? Because he was a big part of stopping Jokic.
barbecue chicken. Come on, keep going. Barbecue chicken.
I'm gonna
Barbecue
actually no.
chicken.
You know what? But for me saying that, yeah, Alex Caruso, you gonna be on Bron. I'm gonna switch it.
Barbecue chicken.
I'm gonna
Barbecue
put
chicken.
I'm gonna put Shea on Luca, and I'm gonna put
Barbecue
Casey,
chicken.
and I'm gonna put Casey Wallace on AR-15.
All right, this is how it really should be matched up. This is how the matchup should go. Houston,
Barbecue
if you want to talk
chicken,
about Houston,
baby.
you want to bring up their defenders, right?
Hmm.
Hypothetically speaking, we all can agree Amin Thompson is their best defender,
Yeah,
right? So theoretically, because of his athleticism, because of his foot speed, see that's the thing, right? You got LeBron in his old age, Luca in his game and his style and the way AR plays. You got super savvy, super skilled offensive players, right? So it's kind of like they all draw fouls. They all can go get 10 free throws a game, right? So just off that alone, I feel like effectively, you gotta go Amin Thompson on Luca. You have to. You gotta start there, right? KD, I don't know who he guarded, so I wouldn't even put him as far as in the defensive
Bron,
conversation. I
Bron.
put
I'm gonna give a damn if we win or lose the battle. You're the best player on that team. You got the best player on the other team. As far as a name, people won't even say they're technically the
see. I
best
think
on the team. For as far as Bron,
honestly, honestly, I know they like to play big. I know they like to play big. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with the matchups for them specifically. You could put KD on Bron, sure, but then between Jabari Smith, Sangoon, who's guarding AR? Who's effectively guarding AR, right? Well, here's where I actually would make a switch. I would put somebody like a Kobe.
forgot he was on the team. You know what he
I
was
would
doing to LeBron. He wasn't really stopping LeBron 100%, but he was giving LeBron issues. And we seen that. There's a whole
that's
clip
where I
of them playing throughout the season. I forget which year that was, but Kogi he was stopping Bron in some sets of ways. Like he knew Bron, like he played with Bron, but Bron's he
but
still got a good 20 something on him. But he stopped LeBron in ways that was important.
we we ain't gonna say that. Again, we're not going to keep disrespecting LeBron not on this podcast. We are LeBron fans
But
on this
we
podcast.
can't disres
I
we
don't know
can't
what he
disrespect
talking
one of the
about.
greats. But he did get stopped by a Kogi a couple times, and it didn't look too good.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
Barbecue chicken.
that's what he
Barbecue
tried to give a Kogi, but
barbecue chicken.
the coal ran out. He needs some more coal and lighter fluid in that moment.
But I honestly would probably make a switch and go with a Kogi and bring him in. And I would put him on AR actually. I like that a little better. I'll put him on AR, just his activity, just his foot speed, he got that annoying, like pesky, like,
Yeah.
all right, I may commit
He
four
got that
fouls,
Tony
but
Allen a
I'm
little
just
bit.
it's not gonna stop my aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna commit 4 fouls. I'm probably gonna foul out, but in my minutes, you're gonna get annoyed at me. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep being aggressive. Like that's the type of defender I think I would throw in the lineup and have him mix it up out there too. Rockets, I don't know. Rockets are tough. Their length and their size does help. I just don't know individually if they have the defenders visually to stop these three. Cause like you could put a Jabari on AR. I feel like it's a mismatch. You could throw Tari Eason in there and try to have him mix it up with LeBron. He'll do
Yeah.
decent. I just don't know if they're effective. The Thunder the same way. The Thunder has some defenders that could potentially do it, but they're just small, bro. Like LeBron's gonna eat up size. Like they're small on the wings where it matters, right? So you could throw a Casey Wallace on AR or Luca. You could throw a Caruso on Luca. You could throw a Dort on LeBron. It's just at some point, I don't know. I feel like their size is what's going to do them in. Like,
Okay.
and that's why I'm not as confident in the Thunder or the Rockets. I just don't think the Thunder probably got the best opportunity to do it as far as just team defense because they do rotate really well. Like they play the best team defense in the league, and that's just off of last year as well. So they probably got the best chance to stop all three. I just don't have the same confidence. I don't know. That's just me personally. I don't know.
Yeah. And like we always say, it's still the beginning of the season. That's another thing. It's still early as hell
Yeah.
NBA to be talking about
Yes.
any of it. It's good to predict and have your
But I
picks.
like the way the lookers
Hmm.
I like the way they looking though. They
Yeah,
they
definitely.
definitely proving
Yeah.
me wrong. But we could move on. We can keep it going. We could talk about my boy Zion over there in the Pelicans and their 0-6 start. What's your thoughts?
Best shape of his life. I mean, last time he looked like this, he was in high school. I don't know what's
He
going
ain't look like this in high school. No, no, no. He ain't look like that in high school. Last time he looked like this, he's probably diapers.
on. Don't do that. He was this size in high school. He was skinny going in, not skinny, but like he was at this weight around high school when Duke was looking at him. But I don't know what's going on. We can't even harp on this too much because it is the Pelicans. You know where they at every year. But it's still like, what's going on with y'all? 0-6 with that roster constructed around y'all right now? 0-6? That look kind of
Poor,
bad, man.
poor roster construction. Poor roster construction, bro. Like
Terrible.
they have a lot of they have a lot of interesting pieces. They have a lot of interesting pieces, right? Like you
Yeah,
have a Jordan Poole, you have a Herb Jones, you have a Trey Murphy, you have a Zion. You still got you got the rookies, you got Queen, you got Jeremiah Fears. It's just a lot of interesting pieces. I just don't know if the pieces fit.
yeah,
Like it's just a lot of scattered pieces from this build, that build, and I don't know if they coming together the way that they thought it would come
yeah.
together.
The way to
Plus,
exactly
one
because
thing I know, one thing's for sure, when you play the Pelicans, you're guaranteed to score at least 120 points because they don't play no defense.
nothing.
I don't know. It's an interesting watch. Again, Zion's actually having a good year statistically. So I ain't even putting this on Zion because he, like you said, he is in the best shape of his life. Like he came back man on a mission. It's just that team, bro. It's so poorly constructed that I wouldn't be surprised if Zion's the next superstar to be moved or star to
Yeah,
be moved. Honestly, because it's like they're so bad. They're 0-6, and you don't even have your first round pick next year.
yeah. You
Shout
don't.
out Atlanta for making probably the best trade they ever could have made. So you don't even got your first round pick next year. And your roster isn't good. So you'll probably end up in a lottery once again. So you basically traded away a lottery pick. And this is no disrespect to Derek Queen, right? It's not his fault the Pelicans made that decision to trade up to take him
Mhm.
and in tone giving away their first round pick next year.
Yeah,
But you would think, right? If you're trading a first round pick next year, that the player that you're trading it for usually will want to usually comes in to have an instant impact. And unfortunately, they don't really play Derek Queen like that. So it's kind of confusing roster structure. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. Cause it's just like the decisions just don't make sense. And
oh,
if you trade a first round pick for a player that you drafted this year, it goes to show like, okay, front office thinks something different of a player.
mhm.
Coaching staff obviously sees something different in a player because
Yeah,
Willie Green hasn't really played Derek Queen other than garbage time minutes. So it's like it's interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But that Pelicans team, I ain't have real expectations for them to be good this year. So
nah.
I ain't gonna say it's
We just thought it was
surprising.
about to be a different outcome because how Zion went viral and this is the best shape of his life, basically. That's why the world was speculating that, oh, the
If he
Pelicans
does
gonna be
get
nice, this and that. Yeah, fully.
What if he does get traded though? If he does get traded, what team you would you like to see him on?
Knicks,
Like if the Pelicans were shot,
Knicks.
you just gonna say everybody in New York?
No,
You gonna say
only
everybody in New
only a
York?
few, only a few. I would. Well, it sounds like it, yeah, but they need a big star right now. It's really now or never, and I don't know why they haven't. It's sad. Now, John Morant was like, I kind of threw that in there, but Giannis and Zion, yeah, I really see them in New York. Those two, they countless, there's too many times when they've been on record saying they want to come to New York. I don't get that.
Franchise, bro, it's franchise malpractice for the Knicks to have had a shot at Giannis to where all indications pointed to Giannis wanting to come to New York and the Bucks willingly wanting to sit down at a have a discussion of a Giannis trade and you miss the opportunity to acquire Giannis. Boy, I'd have sent Cat, I'd have sent Bridges, I'd have sent anybody. I'd have sent Mike Brown to Milwaukee if they wanted him. I'd have packed up just about everybody but Jalen Brunson
Hmm.
for the opportunity to get Giannis. I think that was one of the dumbest. If the rumors are true, because I don't know how much truth it is to it, but if what's being reported is true, that's insane. That you had an opportunity to get Giannis and you gave that up.
Yeah.
Insane to me. Now, fit wise would have been a little interesting because I don't know if Jalen Brunson is the type of guard that can play with Giannis, considering what that looked like with Damian Lillard the last 2 years. But I don't know, man. Giannis is that franchise changing caliber talent to where I feel like we could have figured it out in New York. And I'm not a Knicks fan, but I would love to have seen that in the Garden close to me. I'd have paid for a couple tickets, go see them.
Yeah. I don't know what's his name? James Dolan? Ain't that the owner? James Dolan. That's the owner
James
of
Dolan, yeah.
yeah, of the New York Knicks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Come on, man. Another team said they were like, what did they say in the meeting that you didn't agree with for you not to get Giannis? Like, that's crazy. That's absurd. Very
How many
idiotic,
times
remedial move on the New York Knicks organization. Point blank period.
think about like how many times has a player of Giannis caliber in our lifetimes of us watching basketball, how many times have they looked at a team, looked at a roster and said, "Oh, I want to be in New York." How many times has that happened in our lifetime? For yeah, that it don't happen.
Don't. It really don't. It really don't.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. You know that in our lifetime, outside of Melo, I
Uh-huh.
mean they lucked up into Jalen Brunson, right? They got Cat via trade.
Yeah.
KD and Kyrie chose New York, but they chose the Nets.
They chose the Nets because yeah, they did.
I mean,
Right.
it's not too many times we see the superstar willingly want to come to New York. So I just think the Knicks dropped the ball. They dropped the ball big time with the Giannis thing, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
To know that it was a possibility, to know they had a window, to know that a trade could have happened if the Knicks took it more seriously and actually put a respectable offer out there. I'm telling you, I'd have packed Cat. I would have tried to keep OG, but I'd have packaged Cat. I'd have packaged Bridges. I'd have gave him McBride. I'd have gave him however many first round picks they want. If they wanted Josh Hart, they could have took him too. And we would have tried to get Giannis. We would have tried to get Giannis. So I just really think they messed up with that one. What you think?
Hey, I agree with every word you just said. Everybody, GM, everybody, owner, the James Dolan. I'm available. Yep, get your ass up out there too. We want owners.
Boy,
I'm shipping. I'm giving him Madison. I'll give them Madison Square Garden for y'all. We'll build another stadium.
listen, if he wanted all his brothers on the team, I'd have got
Yeah.
Thanasis, Alex, what was the other one? I'd have brought all of them. If he wanted his family wanted to come live in New York, they'd all been able to come. All of them. I'm telling you, I think they messed up. I really do think they messed up. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. For sure. But
But I do want to get into my last little question I have for you because it's been
okay,
hot
go ahead,
lately
go ahead.
because the NBA
Go
been
ahead.
on a hot start. We can finish it off with this plethora of 40 point 50 point games. Shit, marketing. What's his name? Marketing on the Jazz. He just had 51 the other night.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? They just giving these games out. It's been a little different, man. 15, he had two of them. Luke had a couple. What the hell? You had Sangul and SGA started it off. I don't get nobody say. They started off. Sangul, he had 39. I was like 39 the first night. All right. But what Shea
And
did the next
Edwards
night?
too. Yeah, Edwards had 40,
Yeah, I'm there.
50,
You're right.
55.
You're right. And Edwards. Yeah, it was a lot of players. I can't even name all of them. They can't. They all don't even come to mind right now because it was so many 60 point. I mean not 60 point. 40-point plus game.
40 and 50, 40,
They
50
said
game,
they
40,
said
40 point, 50.
They said in the first 2 weeks, it was for first 2 weeks and a half, 3 weeks, it's been 16 40-plus games, as far as a person getting 40 plus. And it's like, is it easier to score nowadays? I miss the physicality, people getting bumped out the air and shit like that. Like, it seems like it's easy as hell to score now. I know niggas is more skilled, more
No,
faster, and the OGs gonna have to, deal with that, but it's just like you can't take out of
listen,
consideration that rules has changed and this is a different game now. And you're going to be able to
no.
score like this now. What you think?
I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die on that hill of saying defense is missing in the game. No, I'm not gonna say that. Is the rules changed? Yes. Does the rules favor offensive players a little bit more than maybe they did in the past? Yes. But at the same time, we play faster, more possessions, more 3-pointers being shot. Players, as you alluded to, players are more skilled. Players are more adept at drawing fouls. The physicality that was once in the league is kind of toned down a bit just with the way the game is being called. So there's a lot of factors that go into players going off the way that they go off, right? First of all, from a defensive standpoint, I hate to say that there's no defense being played because it's simply just not true. It's not true. The
No, not that
schemes, the
there's no
defensive
defense, but
schemes.
the defensive the criteria of defense in the NBA has lessened over the years. Like we don't see
See,
as
I
many most
no,
defense we get out of a player is Draymond.
no, no,
Like
that's not
as
true.
far as the
That's not
the
true.
old
That's
type
not
of
true.
original defense.
People not attribute people attribute physicality to playing defense. Because I foul you hard, don't mean I'm playing defense. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I'm able to hit you, knock you off of your course, that's not defense. That's just me playing physical. So
Yeah,
yes, the physicality that was once there
gone,
took a hit,
weak,
but
soft.
all right, well, I ain't gonna sit here and say soft.
It
I ain't gonna
is.
say
It
soft.
is. And
But
there's been NBA players on the record saying that. Multiple NBA players on the record saying that. People that previously
I feel
retired
like
and people from the 2010s that retired. They said, yeah, that people we see on NBA analysts, yeah, the NBA is softer, but players are more skilled. The physicality is gone. I think Big Perk said that. Physicality is gone. But yeah, you're right. The defense is still
oh yeah,
there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's probably what I got misconstrued
It's a lot of
because
things.
physicality was defense, and defense was physicality back then. The refs look the other way sometimes when you elbow a nigga in the eye socket and get away with it. Now it's they're calling everything. They're calling when you
Yes,
land. If I touch you when you land, not even if I'm in your landing space anymore. There's a new rule. If you land and I touch you, that's a foul now. Implemented this
that's a
year.
foul. Yes,
Come on
yes,
now. Come on.
yes.
That's what I mean. You're putting too many rules on defense. Like who are you looking out for out there on the floor? You're putting too many rules out there.
No, it's definitely tilted towards the offensive scoring more points. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that. But this whole notion of defense not being present is just not true. It's literally not true. Like you just gotta look like basketball. I feel like the NBA in general is the only sports league that as the athleticism, the skill level, everything increases. We find a way as fans, as the old players love to chime in. We find a way to tear the league down. Whereas in football, you don't hear the same rhetoric. In baseball, you don't hear the same rhetoric.
Tearing the league down,
Like
or
we
we telling
appreciate
it how it is of what we see. Yeah, I can't
no,
say tear the
we're
league down
tearing
because
it
we
down because
and watch every game. You can easily give your input. Like now, saying this player would have dropped this in that area, or this I would have dropped this. You know how some players has been talking in that instance. Okay, now we ain't gonna do all that. Like errors probably if you drop nine. Like, will you drop Giannis and say if you drop Giannis in the 70s, he average like 100 or
in the
something like that? Yo, I believe that, whether they like it or not. Giannis is going to get fucked up a couple times, but I believe that. Giannis, yeah, his physicality he play with now, I sort of believe that. I ain't gonna lie.
the thing that gets me right. So we look at it. We don't even have to go back that far, right? You just go back to late 90s when Jordan's runs to the finals, right? And the way defense was being played back then. Nowadays, I have to pick up above the 3-point line. I gotta pick up at 27 to 30 feet extended. because if I don't, that's a good shot in today's league, right? I can't I can't go under the screen on a lot of guys, right? Because in today's game, that's an open three, right? I can't. What happened?
No, I'm
What'd you
disagreeing.
say?
I say yeah. I'm agreeing.
Like it's certain pick and roll coverages, right? Where players are just so crafty, where I can't cover pick and rolls the same way. Like guards are coming off way more explosively, way more athletically, it's just faster, quicker, twitched, right? You have to be able to
Mhm.
slide your feet. Whereas you just look at we could actually, I think this would be a great episode idea. We could break this down a little bit. Just the whole
Mhm.
a notion of illegal defense, right? 3 seconds in the key. Those all wasn't things that yeah, they had hand checking, right? You was able to put hands on your defender and guide them to where you needed to go. Yes, hand checking was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, we established that. Yeah, physicality was a thing. But now with the way how exotic these coverages be, right? How exotic some of these zone looks be. Like, give these players credit for being savvy, being skillful, and finding ways to make it look easy. When in reality, throw me and you on the court. You think we can go get 10 off a bench, off somebody's bench?
Right
No.
now,
Defense is being played. These players are just these right now.
I'll get you 5. I get you 5. I get you 5 points. I feel like I get you. I feel like I could get you a
0
layup
for
and a
5.
3. I get you a
0
layup,
for,
a 3, and take me out. That's all I'm saying. I get you a layup and shot or not. You know, niggas that know me, I'm gonna knock him down one. All right, coach, take me out. I'm tired. I ain't conditioned
listen.
for this. Take me out. Take me out now.
You ain't even gonna get a shot off. You ain't even gonna get a shot off.
All right, yeah,
They
yeah,
gonna
all
see
right.
you
My
baby
you saw
food.
me play. I'm gonna get a shot off now. They ain't playing lockdown. What a bunch of wimpies on the court. I'm still, 6 foot. I'm regular height. I'm gonna get at least
Listen,
one shot off.
what I'm saying is we gotta give these players more credit, bruh. Defense is being played. Is the rules shifted more towards offense in today's game? Sure, yes it is. Not sitting here
Mhm.
debating it. Is the physicality that was once there not in today's game? Yes, it's not
That's
there.
probably what I'm really
But we gotta
saying,
stop
to be honest.
confusing
What you
physicality
just
for
said,
defense.
how it shifts more towards the offense. That's honestly what you put that perfect.
Yes, that's
That's probably honestly what I'm thinking, really, because it's the NBA is in favor of the offense nowadays. Like there's like block shot, you got
man.
it.
I
Yo,
could show you.
Jabari Smith Jr. for Rockets the other night, he just got 2 blocks. I forget who it was on. First one, no, the refs they both reviewed. I'm gonna use football. They both reviewed both of them shits. They checked both of them, and they both was clean as hell. And I'm like, yo, it's a clean block, but it's so close. It's just automatically a foul. Or NBA players nowadays, they're what? I know people from back in the day, mad as
Every
hell
time.
that they can do that now. You can do this now? What?
You know, you know what kills me about that too? You know what kills me about that?
Bruh.
Man, this right here should be reserved for stars, for superstars. It's
Thank
no
you.
way on God's green
Thank
earth
you.
I'm
Thank
seeing
you.
somebody come off the bench playing 10 minutes a game, coming in, review. Man, if you don't put your hand down, run down court, what are we doing? What are we doing? Review. Yeah, review this on the bench. Come back to the bench, please. I
I'm
see it
sorry.
so much now, it pisses me off too.
I don't want to be
Everything
watching.
is
I don't want to be watching
review.
Zion. I want to only watch the Zion the Pelicans play, and you see Valanciunas or Trey Murphy. Like, nah, put your finger down. You don't have the G14 classification to be doing that right now. I wish I would see DeAndre Ayton. The Lakers playing DeAndre. Like,
Think
I'm
about it
like,
too. You got also
mhm,
yeah. You got also think about it too. Like illegal defense wasn't a thing back when back back in the 90s, but previous years. Like that's some not new, but that didn't come around to the 2000s, like 3 seconds, all that different type of stuff. So
yeah.
it's just a lot more things that you can do on defense that it just wasn't privy to doing on defense then. And just with them playing so fast and with them sometimes getting a shot up within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock on multiple different possessions and them having more possessions, obviously it's gonna be more points scored. So that's really what it is to me. Like I don't have
Hmm.
a problem with NBA defense. I don't. I don't have a problem with it. I just give credit where credit is due. And I think a lot more people should take the same route. I think too many people tear down, find reasons to hate basketball. We don't do this in other sports, and that'd be my biggest problem with it is that the fact that we don't do it in other sports. I can sit and talk about football and talk about how good a wide receiver is today without saying, "Oh, he wouldn't be able to do this in the '90s." He he coming over the middle. Ronnie Lott would have put him out. Like, no, we don't talk. We don't have these discussions. We don't have these debates. Or in baseball,
There,
right?
I feel like
We
they have
relish
those
how good
debates.
Shohei is,
I
but
feel like they
we
have
sit
those
here and be
debates
like,
still.
he could do this in the '90s.
It's just mainly in the NBA. Those stuff. You're right about this. Mainly in the NBA. I do hear those other conversations elsewhere. Nowhere like the NBA. Yeah, that's really all I'm saying. It's just looking a little easier, to be honest. But I do hear what you're saying though. It is in favor of the offense lately, or for the past couple of years, especially with Shea and the foul calling. Now you see other players trying to follow the same game plan. Cause they like, fuck it, if it worked, shit, we
I
want to
told
start using it.
what I tell you about that. What I tell you about that. Drawing fouls is a skill. I keep telling you, it's
Yeah,
a
now it is.
skill.
I see now it is. I see now niggas don't have no choice. Niggas just like, hey, fuck it, whoop de doo.
Whoop de doo. But with that being said, like I said, I just want to close it off by saying we gotta stop bashing the league, bruh. I don't like this constant bashing NBA. I feel like we do this a little too much in basketball.
It's just looking easier. It's not the old heads is bashing it. Me, I'm just saying it look easier. I ain't bashing it. I can't bash it when I'm watching most of the games faithfully every day. The teams I ain't even fuck with. To be honest, I will watch the Charlotte Hornets play faithfully before I watch Tennessee Titans play.
I
If
can't
that makes
disagree with you.
sense. Like
Hey, listen.
I don't know why
Hey,
basketball is just more intriguing. There's
listen.
nice players everywhere now.
I can't disagree. Listen, watching anything. Well, for you, you went to Tennessee. I watched the Charlotte Hornets play before I watched the Jets play. I watched Charlotte play before I watched my own Giants play.
You said what was that first team?
The Jets.
Who's the Jets?
Exactly. Listen,
God damn, shit.
I know
Especially
they can.
now, right now. My God, what is the
I
Jets
know
doing? What are you got doing?
we'll get
You
into
can't
that.
keep getting away with it.
We'll get into that for sure. As a devoted Giants fan, you give me an option these days, and that's with Jackson Dart. You give me an option these days.
Uh-huh.
Charlotte Hornets every time. Charlotte Hornets every time. Every time. I'm taking it. But
Yeah.
nah. You got anything? I can't forget. I can't forget before we get up out of here. I have to. It's a must. I gotta shout out the Los Angeles Dodgers for winning the World Series. Listen,
L-
hand clap to them going back to back World Series champions. Even though last year they did beat the Yankees. I just have one thing to say for all Blue Jays fans out there in
huh?
favor of the Yankees fans. I'm doing this for Yankees fans.
Let them know.
Blue Jays lose. Sorry, I had to get that out. I had to get that out. I had to. Had to. They thought it was all fun and games when they beat the Yankees.
What side?
Well, I had to get that one out. But with that being said, tune in every week to catch us talking sports and debating. Follow us, please follow us. All our social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's the same username, Game Talk with Todd. Game Talk with Todd. Please like, comment, subscribe, talk to us. We talk back. We want to hear your opinions. We wanna interact with our fans.
Definitely.
With that, you got anything else to add before we get up
Yeah.
out of here?
We all we always in them comments. We see what the comments we saying, and trust me, we'll love to interact back and forth with y'all. Just let us
We
know what
love
y'all
to.
want to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe. What my host said. This your co-host Shad, and I hope y'all have a lovely week. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With that being said, we up out of here. Let's sign up off.